everyone, this is Jim Tolles, and I'm doing another live stream to see how this works, and check out sound quality and video quality and all those types of things. Live streaming seems to be the thing everybody's getting to now, so I thought I'd give it a shot. I do webinars, and for anybody that is interested in mine, I usually post them on my blog, spiritualawakeningprocess.com. You can sign up there, and I've been using a different service it is called GoToMeeting, and thinking about trying this other live streaming stuff, partially because they're free, and partially because I think it may be a little bit easier to set up and get things going for people. Anyway, I just felt like doing a little bit of talking about spiritual awakening. One of my recent emails today was talking about kind of the energy and the way that typically disrupts sleep, which then creates fatigue, and it's kind of one of those domino effects of the spiritual path. And energy it's both subtle and not subtle sort of thing. If you're not aware of your own energy, it seems like a subtle thing. The more aware of energy you are, it's not subtle at all, because it's really very, very present for you. It's no different than, my hands right here are very present for me. So in some respects, I suppose energy is kind of another set of hands, just experiencing, feeling, and sensing the world. And when people become more and more aware of themselves, they tend to feel more and more energetic. And after a spiritual awakening, for some people, that there's this energetic rush. There's just this movement inside of stuff that's just boiling up out of them. And so with that boiling of things coming up, lots of things get shifted around and disrupted, and a lot of things get triggered. And people definitely can have a very strong fear response. And that fear response, of course, keeps your body producing certain chemicals to keep it awake and keep it active, because it's trying to get out of trouble. So there's a lot of learning to relax into those triggers, where part of us is saying, oh no, I'm hurt, or I'm in trouble, right? And it comes up with all sorts of different reasons about why there's a problem. And then relaxing through that is actually a very powerful thing in general. You don't have to be awakened for this to be a powerful thing, to be able to relax out of the fear trigger, because then you can come back to thinking more normally, more rationally, and of course it helps you get to sleep at night. Another aspect with sleep is just like dream processing, that a lot of us, you start to drop into these different issues, and your subconscious keeps it going. It's like, okay, yeah, here we are. Let's start to churn through all these different things inside and figure things out, process through. And it can bring up things that maybe have been forgotten, maybe repressed. And of course, if trauma or anything particularly heavy has been repressed, when that starts to come up, people can have a lot of nightmares. So these are different things that can start to arise inside of somebody. Just, depends on the person and the level of intensity of what comes up. And of course, the way we move towards it is we start to get curious about what are the issues coming up, so that we can resolve them. If we don't resolve them, they just keep kind of turning around, and people can get stuck in these cycles of not being able to come through anything, and you just keep going around and around and around. Tons of energy still moving for as long as your energy is going to do that. That's different by the person. Some people, their awakening energy is kind of like a small dam breaking. Other people, it just feels like a huge Noah's Ark is needed to manage the flood that's coming through, and it's just very, very unique. And of course, avoiding things like this is just avoiding yourself. It's just not necessarily a fun process when we've had all those inner issues we haven't dealt with erupting to be resolved, because that's what needs to happen for us to come into greater levels of peace and stillness. So these are some quick thoughts. As I said, I'm exploring the live stream thing and see how this works out. And if this did the recording like I'm hoping it's done, I hope these thoughts are helpful for you as you work through your own process and get a little bit more aware about what's going on inside, so that you can engage with issues and you can sleep better and come to greater peace with any energetic sensation you may be feeling. Once again, I'm Jim Tolles, and you can always find me at spiritualawakeningprocess.com. Bye.